On July 21, 2022, deputies in Turner County, Georgia, tried pulling over a speeding Toyota Corolla on I-75. Behind the wheel was 28-year-old Javante Davis from Ohio. Instead of stopping, Davis floored it while his own children sat inside the car. Davis was so reckless that 5 more units had to join the chase. Even after being hit with pit maneuvers several times, he fought back, slamming into patrol cars while weaving through traffic at dangerous speeds. Meanwhile, his children were trapped in the middle of his selfish run. Deputies finally used a pit on the Corolla and boxed it in. When they tried pulling him out, they had to smash the car window. And inside, Davis was calmly smoking pot, the same way he had been the entire chase. He was sentenced to 8 years in Georgia, and after that, he'll be extradited to Ohio to face up to 14 more years for armed robbery. Usually cops do the pit maneuver, but this time the tables turned. On July 8, 2025, Trooper Hernandez clocked Chevy Silverado flying down I-75 at 98 miles per hour. The driver, 36-year-old Kevin Reardon, was weaving, braking erratically, and refusing to pull over. Trooper Prosper took the lead and moved in for a pit, but Reardon fought back. He slammed the brakes and rammed Prosper's car twice, crippling it. Even after losing a front tire, Reardon kept pushing 100 miles per hour and blowing through stop signs. Trooper Riley finally shut it down with a pit, forcing the Silverado into the grass. Suspect reeked of booze, later testing at nearly twice the legal limit, with liquor bottles, weed, and pills stashed in the truck. He's now facing DUI, fleeing, assault on law enforcement, and drug charges, stacking up to 15 years or more in prison. Imagine posting online threats to Arkansas law enforcement and the governor, then jumping into a pickup and hitting the highway. Really bad idea and a really rough way to start the day. John Davis did exactly that. Arkansas State Police units closed in within minutes. Even legendary Trooper Jacob Byrd was in the pack, but this time Trooper Joseph Killian slid to the front and took charge of the pursuit.
Interchange. We're going to be staying 40 eastbound. 40 eastbound, 3698. We're staying with them. Secondary, I got the radio. Just drive 40. When you get a chance to get back to traffic, meeting. Do they have those? We're out, that's 156, 107. That's 156, 107.
At 103 miles per hour, Killian tapped the truck's rear quarter. Both vehicles locked, whipped off the asphalt, and spun across a grassy field. Brutal, yet pure, Arkansas precision. Dogs barking, rifles ready. They dragged John Davis from the crumpled truck and cuffed him in the weeds. No one was hurt, but both vehicles were scrap, and Davis now faced felony threat and fleeing charges. On September 5, 2025, deputies tried stopping a silver Honda Accord after it blew past at 50 in a 30. The driver, 22-year-old Nathan Jose Alamán, ignored the stop sign and took off. weaving through traffic and refusing to pull over. Floored it, 70 miles per hour on county roads, then over 130 once he hit I-40, passing cars on the shoulder and ignoring every stop sign. At one point, he launched off a curb, went airborne, and somehow landed back in control before swinging onto Highway 64.
Silver Honda Civic. He's crashed out.
Crashed out 236.
1022. He's going east on 64 now.
Marshall, we passed. We're past smoke.
Got a lot of smoke coming from his vehicle. I'm not sure which way to go.
The chase ended violently when a trooper slammed into Alleman's Accord, crushing it into an electric pole. With the car totaled, Alleman was taken into custody on charges of felony, fleeing, reckless driving, speeding, and driving without a license, charges that could put him away for nearly a decade. On April 10, 2025, Trooper Brinson tried stopping a white Genesis in Zellwood, Florida. The driver, 35-year-old Sidney Paul Hayes, acted like he was pulling into a Circle K but suddenly took off, thinking his license was suspended. Turns out his license was fine. The whole chase started for nothing. Hayes pushed the Genesis over 90 miles per hour in a 35 zone, clipped 4 mailboxes, ran stop signs, and even drove against traffic. His reckless run quickly turned into a major danger for everyone on the road. Troopers slammed in with a heavy pit that was so hard it sent the patrol car sliding off the road too. The but the Genesis was completely disabled in the median. Hayes tossed out a backpack packed with cocaine, marijuana, pills, and cash before giving up. He was charged with fleeing, hit and run, trafficking, and more, felonies that could stack up to 30 years in prison. On June 3, 2023, Conway police spotted a stolen 2015 black Mustang GT roaring down I-40. Packing over 400 horsepower from its 5.0 engine, the car had plenty of muscle. The driver was so reckless that Arkansas state troopers jumped in to take over the pursuit.
Okay, I'm trying to get across the mortgage.
The Mustang ripped past 120 miles per hour, swerving across lanes and slamming brakes to shake off troopers. Even after being clipped twice by patrol cars, the driver kept pressing.
The only roads out there are dead ends, except for where it comes out on 326. These are about 66. We'll see it. Let's say they're there anymore. 30s are coming to you. If you can get up to that intersection, you'll be right in front of them. 5's not hitting me. That's the other side. Good for I thought it came out further down. Well, it's up here. If I need to turn around, I need to get back the way you're going. 30 to 5 is back behind you. Comment that road. That's the kind of straight down. Shut down the whole road. Come out to a stop sign. He gets he's off in the ditch. We got him here on 326.
Near Highway 326, troopers closed the trap. A pit spun the Mustang and another cruiser shoved it into a ditch, crushing the driver's side door. The GT's final ride ended in the dirt. When officers pulled him out, the suspect shrugged and admitted he knew he was going to jail anyway. With charges for auto theft, felony fleeing, and reckless driving, that joyride could cost him up to 15 years in prison. On July 12, 2023, Arkansas troopers spotted two Teslas blasting down I-40. One took an exit, but 24-year-old Williams kept pushing. He wasn't even old enough to rent it, so he slipped his cousin $500 for a birthday trip and ended up in a full-speed chase instead.
Like 24 is with it.
Like traffic stopping up here, be careful.
He pushed it well over 100 miles per hour, darting through lanes and blowing past traffic. Even spike strips couldn't slow him down. The Tesla kept rolling like it had endless charge.
Somebody's spike, he's still an overrider.
Go 40 on the shoulder, he's still 40. Hold traffic, hit it. Go again, go again.
All right.
Yeah, wait. Alright. CBI, successful 24 again.
I got it. Busted that tire.
Troopers finally ended it with a pit near mile marker 282. Williams clipped a patrol car, bent a wheel, and still tried pushing forward until he was boxed in. Inside the Tesla, officers found weed, scales, and his passenger, Taylor. That $500 rental is now worth years in prison. On December 17, 2023, a trooper in Riviera Beach, Florida, heard the roar of a Dodge Charger with a loud aftermarket exhaust ripping down Blue Heron Boulevard. Moments later, he spotted the car racing another Charger and took off after it, hitting 140 miles per hour in his patrol car just trying to keep up. Jalen Davis ran wild, blowing through red lights, nearly crashing cars and flying the wrong way down Jog Road. Even after slamming into another vehicle, he refused to stop, pushing deeper into Palm Beach Gardens at dangerous speeds. Troopers ended it with a pit, sending the Charger into bushes and signs. Davis jumped out, ran through fenced yards, and hid in a backyard before being caught. He was booked on burglary, fleeing, reckless driving, hit and run, and no license, charges that could keep him in prison for years. On August 29, 2025, at a sobriety checkpoint in Little River County, troopers stopped a white Chevy Tahoe driven by Kenneth Terrell. He claimed he had no ID, then suddenly hit the gas, and the chase was on. What troopers didn't know yet, Terrell was a wanted sex offender with multiple warrants.
If we can get it before we get the form, we good.
10-4, he slammed his brakes on.
He tore through no passing zones, nearly caused head-on crashes, and swerved to block pit attempts.
Let me get up beside you on the stretch and I can kind of pop you in.
10-4, you might be able to pull ahead of me. Pull up on him a little quicker than me. When we get up here, if I can't get up beside him, just pass me and get up there.
Corporal Kyle Jones lined up and hit Terrell with a hard pit, sending the Tahoe crashing into a ditch and into a pasture. Terrell tried hiding under the SUV, but it was useless. He was arrested for felony fleeing, reckless driving, and sex offender violations, charges that could put him away for 15 to 20 years. On November 2nd, 2024, Tallahassee police tried stopping a blue Kia for a simple seatbelt violation. Behind the wheel was Malik Miller, who decided not wearing a seatbelt was worth a felony chase. He hit the gas, and deputies quickly learned he had more than a seatbelt to hide. Miller and two passengers were pulled out at gunpoint, and a search revealed 75 grams of marijuana in the car. Charged with aggravated fleeing and possession, Miller could be looking at up to 15 years in prison.